So the last tool I want to show you is a really simple one. It's Google Trends. It's a very cool tool. Google tracks all of our search data, so we're providing them with that data. So they may as well pay us back, right? So we can actually go use Google Trends, see what's trending, and actually interpret it. So what I'm going to do is we'll go jump on Google Trends. It's just trends.google.com. That's the link. You can scroll around here and see what's trending. It's interesting. American football, coronavirus, of course. There's Wayfair. I don't even know why that one's trending. And it's interesting because things pop up. So let me do this. I'm going to click on Goya's CEO. And this one will be interesting because we know what's going on with this if we haven't followed it. So he made remarks supportive of President Trump. Some people didn't like that. So now some people are talking about boycotting. So what you can do is you can go search this and actually look for it. So let's explore topics. I'll do Goya's CEO here. And it's going to show search data over time. Now, I'm using this as an example because he doesn't get searched a lot, 50, 60 searches. It's peaking June. It peaked just this week. There was more interest because he's in the news because of the remarks he made. So a lot of times you'll see a story like this just erupt. But this tells you all kinds of data. What I want to do is show you a few things you can do in Google Trends. So for one thing, I can change the timeline. So I'm going to click past 12 months and let's make it past day. And all of a sudden you're going to get a different story. You're going to see this ascent over the last day of searching about him. How about last 7 days? So we'll look at the last week. This ought to show pretty much no interest and then spiking interest starting yesterday when he made the remarks and there started to be news coverage about it. So you can go take data, find something interesting, but then investigate it, find out more about it. And if you scroll down, it'll show where a lot of the searches are. Look, no surprise, DC, the helm of national politics in the US, that's where more people searched about the Goya CEO than anyone else. So it's people who are partisan, people who have a political interest. And then of course the Northeast, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, places that were close to DC, linked in with that economy, really interested in it. Places that were sort of maybe more partisan or more leaned Democrat in this case, all 4 of these states. And so it gives you this data instantly out of the search. Now the cool thing is I mentioned you can tweak this search. So I could put past 7 days, I could put past 4 hours. I don't think that's going to be too dramatic. So that's pretty stable. Past 7 days, I think, tells us what we want to look at. And you can go global, by the way. So we could change US to worldwide, or we could pick a specific country. My guess is worldwide. Well, this is a little surprising, but this must pick up the US data. So worldwide, searches also peaked starting yesterday in Goya's CEO. Now here's a cool thing. I've got this, I've adjusted the timeline. Now I have a couple of options. I can click this share icon and it lets me post what I've created here, the parameters I've set for the timeline to social media. I can go in here and get an embed code, and I can actually grab this with the embed code, put it in my personal website, a WordPress site, a class site. By the way, it retains the interactivity. So if you put the embed code in or share this on social media, it keeps this on hover that shows you the numbers as you hover along different spots. Last thing you can do is I can click this and download this as an Excel spreadsheet. So it just downloaded this as comma separated value. Let's see if it opens in Excel, which I already have open. I suspect it will. It might open in just an editor. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, there we go. It loaded the data. Here's the time of day, hour by hour through the day, minute by minute through the day. And all of a sudden at the bottom, you're going to start seeing numbers spike. But you can download it as a data set, as an Excel spreadsheet in Google Trends. So that's just a quick look at Google Trends. It's fun to just go here periodically whenever things are developing, kind of follow them along. But it's a neat, quick for your students, additional little visual tool, interactive data tool that they can find, customized by time or state or country, and then get embed code or share it on social media, or even download the data set and play with it and flourish if they want to. So it's just a really neat new tool, emerging tool, Google Trends. And again, we provide the data. That's part of the fun part for me. This is all of our search data that we're going back and benefiting from. So why not?